You know, if I'm completely honest, never thought I'd be in my closet crinkling soft fabric. Not exactly what I had in mind when I started this channel. But I don't know, I was going through some of my stuff and I found this. And something about it is just really, really relaxing. Not sure why. Maybe because it sounds like fire. Or a bit like rain. Maybe that's why tapping videos seem to be pretty popular. At first, I couldn't really understand why. Why would somebody tapping into your ears be relaxing? If anything, you'd think it would be the opposite. Usually repetitive tapping can be pretty distracting, annoying, but I was listening back to my last video, and at some points during the video I thought, wow, this is actually pretty relaxing. What a surprise. It's a bit hard to pull off though, without a binaural microphone, which I don't have, unfortunately. Maybe someday, right? But for now, this will have to do. It's not a bad microphone, it's just that it only records in mono. Meaning whatever you hear in one ear, you'll hear in the other. Equally as loud. But I find that, for me at least, the most relaxing videos are the ones that use binaural microphones. Because, for me, they sound the most realistic. If you set up the audio just right, the volume, the levels, it can almost sound like someone is directly beside you. Unfortunately, with just a regular old microphone like mine, the effect is not the same. When you think about it, in real life, you hear things at different volumes, depending on where you're standing. And sometimes, your left ear is more sensitive than your right. And you can hear better out of it. At least for me, my left ear is definitely better than my right ear. I don't know why. In fact, I don't know if that's normal. I mean, I'd think that, or I'd assume that my right ear might be better than my left because I'm right-handed. guess it doesn't work that way. Or if it does, not for me. Maybe I'm a freak. Maybe I've got some sort of unique condition. But, as I was saying, in real life, when someone talks to you, you hear it, or rather you hear differently in each ear. You don't hear something equally on each side. That's unnatural. And I think that's probably why binaural microphones are the best for ASMR. Because they replicate real life. They give you a sense of true direction. That regular microphones just can't do. But hopefully, you guys will find this relaxing. I know that I've seen a couple of crinkling videos and they put me right to sleep. But, you know, different things work for different people. I was reading the other day about different triggers. And there seems to be quite a bit of mixed opinion on what is relaxing and what isn't. Some people, for example, swear by mouth noises. Can't get enough of them. Other people, on the other hand, would sooner chop off their own ears than listen to somebody smacking their lips right by their ears. For me, at least, it actually depends on the person. So, one person might trigger me with their incessant lip smacking, and others not so much. So just as there are many different genres of books, movies, music, there are different genres of ASMR. The key, I think, is to find the ones that appeal to you. And with so many new people, like myself, coming onto the scene, making new channels, new videos, there should be no shortage of ASMR tingles. something for everyone. I find that what works best for me is often just basic whispers. Just having someone whispering in each ear, back and forth, back and forth. Yep, that'll do it for me. Out cold in 20 minutes. The worst, the absolute worst, is when a video has a combination of relaxing sounds and not so relaxing sounds. So, for example, some videos have really great whispers, and a couple of minutes in, suddenly they start, I don't know, maybe tapping glass, or maybe they're on a creaky chair and they move and the chair suddenly makes a really loud noise. That's the worst, because as I'm dozing off, suddenly that loud noise wakes me up. And then I have to start again. So I prefer videos that are more focused on one thing, maybe two, like this one, Crinkling and soft speaking. Some videos have like 1,000 different things. The problem with that is you might like one, but not the other. Or you might like 2 or 3 things, but not the other 4. And the thing is, if you've never seen the video before, you don't know what kind of tingles that video may have. So you might assume that, hey, this video has whispering at the start. That's awesome, that's my favorite tingle. But little do you know that halfway through, the ASM artist starts tapping on metal chairs. Not so relaxing anymore, is it? So yeah, if I'm in the mood for one thing or another, I'll try to find a video that has that one thing or that other. Sometimes I find that listen to a certain sound too long, my tingles start to go away. I become a bit desensitized, which is really unfortunate. But it can't be helped, I suppose. Well, I suppose it can, actually. One thing I do is I stop watching that type of video for a while. So, for example, there is an ASM artist by the name of Heather Feather. You might have heard of her. A couple of years ago, she made a video with the two letters S and K. Sk, 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 sk. That sort of sound. And I had never really seen that before. That sort of sound used in a video and isolated like that. But I can tell you right now that that video gave me the most tingles I've probably ever felt in my life. And when she'd back away from the microphone, and then back in slowly, and then pause for a second, and then whisper, or when she'd slow down, and then speed up again, and then do a combination of all those things. That, my friends, is ASMR. Unfortunately, I started binging on the video, listened to it almost every night, and to my disappointment, I became a bit numb to the sound, which is a real shame because it's so good. So I stopped watching it. But after a few short months, I couldn't resist myself, and I returned to the video, and thankfully, the tingles were restored. So, there's that. So my advice, if you are having some difficulty getting tingles from one of your favorite videos because you watched it so much, is to simply stop watching it. At least for a little while. Maybe a few weeks, or even a few months. can come back to it and feel the tingle storm. ASMR really is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Sometimes just sitting back and listening to an ASMR video can help alleviate the stress you've acquired for that day. And that's a great thing. Not a lot of things can do that. For me at least, ASMR is like a free massage. Now normally in life, before I discovered ASMR, I would have to seek out maybe a massage therapist or something like that, which can be very expensive, so I never considered it. In fact, before ASMR, God, I don't know what I did. What did I do before ASMR? Suffered. Before ASMR, there was nothing quite like that. Well, I suppose there are different things that people use to relax. You know, things like massage chairs and something I discovered just before ASMR called a head scratcher, which I actually recommend you guys check out. Just look up head scratcher on Google. It looks a bit like a whisk that you might use to mix a bowl. Rub it on your head and trust me, you're gonna feel amazing. But after maybe a week or so, or a little bit longer if you're lucky, you will probably become a bit immune to the tingles. A bit like ASMR. So, go easy on it. The good thing is they're very inexpensive. The bad thing is the cheap ones wear out pretty quickly, and they don't have the strength. They don't have the lasting power that they have when you first buy them. They become less effective over time. Unless you buy a really good one, those should last you a bit longer. But yeah, if you can get your hand on one of those, I recommend you do so. Tingles are very strong, and it's a lot like an ASMR video. They work best best when someone else does them to you, though. When someone else scratches your head. That is the sweet spot. But yeah, before ASMR, there wasn't much we could do to really relax. There wasn't really anything that would give us those really strong tingles. So for that, I am eternally grateful. And who knows what we'll see as time goes on. Maybe something else will be discovered. Something even better. Maybe not. Who knows?